my today's presentation in case you want to review the entire of the presentation as well. So you can review back it. Okay, all right. So again, this is the step, okay, and entire of the PPT I will going to share to you. So maybe you can share to your SI and share to your end users for the future. All right. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Yes or no? Can you give me some feedback?
No.
Thank you, KS. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Lemis. Right. So today we will end to end. We will going to introduce all our this home Wi-Fi router series, but may have some of the country there cannot be sales maybe of the Wi-Fi 4, but certain of the country they can be able to sell our Wi-Fi 4 series. Okay, especially today, for the entire of the regions, I think 3 of the regions, Singapore, Malaysia, and Nepal, right? For all of our, we already have been joined for our this today training, right? So let me to introduce for you. We do have the Wi-Fi 4 series of our this home Wi-Fi router, and we do have our Wi-Fi 5 series and Wi-Fi 6 series, right? So just take note, for the Wi-Fi 4 series, only applicable for Nepal market, right? So I will go through about introduction about the Wi-Fi 4 for my today presentation as well. And today we are going to show another 2 more new member, okay, for M18 and M32. I just want to give you some idea, okay, because previously we do have the new product launching. We have been simple to show you some these 2 new model, right? But today we will go to more in depth, okay? We will tell you what is the more detail about our these 2 home Wi-Fi router. All right, and for these 2 model, okay, for the Wi-Fi 6, actually we are our this selling point is built-in with the signal amplifier can be cover more larger space, give the customer no dead zone, okay, Wi-Fi experience, right? And the second of the advantage for our this home Wi-Fi router is a one-click Reyee mesh and cloud manageable, lifetime free. Okay, this is very important when you are going to selling our this home Wi-Fi router to the customer, right? This is our selling point, right? And even though if you are declared this home Wi-Fi router, right, is also suitable for some of the scenario like the small office, okay, budget hotel, coffee shop, villa, or apartment, right? And the first model we are going to introduce for our this entry level Wi-Fi 6 product. So this is a model RGEW 1200. Okay, this we call small white devices, right? Basically, from these devices, I need to emphasize more on you because a lot of people still do know. Okay, they are very rare to sell out these devices, but for certain of the country, their bandwidth for the ISP is coming. Commons is maybe it's a 30 meg or 100 meg. This model is very suitable for this kind of the country, especially for this router, right? How many of the antenna they do have? How many of it? Anyone can answer me? How many external antenna they do have for this EW 1200 model? 4. Yes, it's a 4. Remember, this is a 4 antenna. But for this 4 antenna, right, they do not have any of the amplifier chipset, which means the coverage for this model, right, is the standard like the what we say no amplifier router. So the signal coverage range, right, will be as normal. Okay, cannot be like the better than the built-in the amplifier chipset. All right, and for this model, please take note. Okay, because we are all the while in this home Wi-Fi router market, we do not know. Okay, all of this default, a lot of vendor they come with the 5 port. Okay, but for this model, they only come for 4 FE port. Okay, so what is the meaning for the FE, right? Okay, this is the meaning FE, which means this is a 100 base. Okay, 100 base, 100 Mbps. Okay, this is a 100 Mbps meaning, which means the 1 WAN port and 3 LAN port also belong to 100 Mbps. Okay, so what is a WAN? WAN ports always will be facing to the ISP. Okay, we need to connect to our ISP to get the internet, right? So for the LAN port, you can connect to all the gadgets like PC, like printer, photostat machine for other LAN devices, right? So this is the most important thing. If you require more port, okay, don't go for this model. Okay, please take note. And even those for this model, they come with the most LED indicator. Okay, I think this is the model is the most LED indicator. They were going to show you the status light, their Wi-Fi light, each of the LAN port light as well. Okay, so even those you can easily to know which port you are connected and is a up status, okay, for the particular of the port. Another of the beauty of this design, right, they do support the Reyee mesh. So what is the Reyee mesh, right? Reyee mesh for Ruijie is one of the selling advantage point, right? And we do have the one-click setup, okay, to set up entire whole home network easily, okay, without any of the delay, without any of the open laptop or open any handphone to do the mesh solutions setup, right? And where is the button? Okay, where is the button? How we are going to achieve one-click Reyee mesh, right? So basically for this model, the Reyee mesh button is on behind. Okay, they have one very small button, okay, on behind of these devices, RGEW1200, right? So this is a Reyee mesh button. All right, please remember about it. And normally the coverage for area for this unit about approximately about 80 meters per square feet. Okay, the maximum of these users, okay, we are saying that the recommended user is about 32. Okay, 32 users. Don't try to over 32 users. We're facing very bad experience for this model, right? So if you need to more high end, okay, Wi-Fi 5 model, right? What is another model we do have? Anyone know? Yes. The next model will be going to have a EW1200 Pro, G Pro, not 1200 Pro, G Pro, okay? Okay. So how we are going to selling this product to the customer? What is our advantage? Okay, what is our selling point? So basically, based on here, you can see they do have the 3 selling point. Okay, the first, we do have the one-click Reyee mesh. So for those you are new for our Reyee product, I just want to show you some video. So what is a Reyee mesh? After that, please tell me back. Okay, so what you can get from this video.
When you heard it, you may ask, what is Reyee mesh? I will highlight 3 advantages of Reyee mesh for you today. The first one will be zero configuration. Different from the traditional bridge network, we don't need any pre-configuration between routers. By using one cable, Reyee mesh allows connection between the main and sub routers. For wellness, join the network after pressing the pairing key on the router. Second, self-healing. What does that mean? On Reyee mesh, when you want to change the passcode for Home WiFi Solution, no more switching between the networks and the routers. Manages the whole family Wi-Fi by only control the main router. All change will set up simultaneously. Meanwhile, you also can change the RSE-Reyee, Wi-Fi channel, and so on. No more disconnection during the operation. The third one will be automatic backhaul link. When sudden disconnection happens between the main and sub router, the wireless self-organizing network will be enabled. That's saying, Reyee mesh can easily build up whole family seamless roaming, uninterrupted streaming while moving around the home, especially barely feel lagging or even disconnection while switching Wi-Fi signals from one router to another.
All right, so basically based on this video, right, you can see our mesh is easily to set up. Okay, you no need any of this pre-configuration, even though you do not need to have some technical knowledge required. Okay, for set up this Reyee mesh, just a single button they will do. Okay, so this is one of our selling point in how we are going to push this product in the market, right? And secondly, right, for all of our Reyee product itself, come with this MU-MIMO. Okay, MU-MIMO, what is this MU-MIMO? A lot of people you are not familiar with the MU-MIMO. Let me allow me to have 1 minute to explain what is the MU-MIMO. So basically, for traditional way, for the last generation of our Wi-Fi deployment and setup of technology, right? And last time, okay, for our home Wi-Fi router, right, when we have the first version of the single user MIMO is launching, okay, you can see this router itself cannot be able to serve, okay, simultaneously for all the devices. But with our MU-MIMO technology, right, there can be served all the devices in one time. Okay, this is what we can be show you the MU-MIMO explanation. Okay, you are imagine if you are go for the single user MIMO, right? Last time the technology they want to serve one devices one by one. Okay, but last time you did not feel okay latency. Okay, so that's why when you have more and more of the devices connected to this single user MIMO scenario, right? You will getting more worse worse experience. Okay, you will facing some slow, while latency a lot, high ping reply. This kind of all of the situation will be happen in the single user MIMO. But for the multi-user MIMO is better because they do have some beamforming of technology built in for our this home Wi-Fi router, right? To provide all the devices can be accessible in the same time. Okay, so this is another second selling point in our this Reyee router. Okay, and the last point we are going to show you is about we are giving you the lifetime free cloud management. This is a very important thing. Okay, even though you are buying the cheaper unit, you are buying the expensive unit, you also able to enjoy our free cloud management. All right, so for more information about our EW1200, okay, this is the better gas. So normally in the market, we are our these players, okay, they are using our C54, C50, AC8 for Tenda brand, right? This is our equivalence model, okay, for our this RG EW1200. Basically, what we want to compare, okay, between of them, right? Okay, the first is the pricing, all right. Secondly, basically based on here, you can see exactly we are the same. All right, today I will just going to teach you how we are going to reading this router, okay, for the entire of the throughput. Okay, this is a very important thing, right? So the throughput normally we will what right from here, right, is our this specification. They write 1200 Mbps. What is mean? Which means this router itself that can be have a Wi-Fi connected with 1200 Mbps speed. Is it? I'm right? Yes. Okay. This is a theoretical. Okay. Theoretical, they are saying that yes, this Wi-Fi, home Wi-Fi can be caught up to 1200 Mbps. But for the real scenario, right, how we are going to getting this throughput speed, right? We are based from these two. Okay, 2.4G together with 5G. Okay. That's why you want to know when the customer, when they are going to purchase our this router, right? What is their expectation speed? Okay, this is a very important point you need to ask for your customer. Because when your 1200 mesh, right, you divide to 2.4G and 5G. Each of them, they have a dedicated of the bandwidth. Okay, let's say for this 2.4 is a 300 meg. 5G is a 867 meg. So is it your customer, when they have a gadget or laptop, when they are going to connect this 5G, is it they're able to cope up to 867 Mbps? The answer is no. Okay, please bear in mind, right? So how we are going to calculate this kind of what we say the maximum throughput for the each of the model, right? So generally, for myself, I teach you one very simple calculation method. Okay, so basically, if you the customer want to say maybe my Unify, my ISP telco, they come with 800 meg. Sorry about that. This model is not suitable, cannot keep cope up until 800 meg. So we need to use this result. Okay, at least we need to discount 50%. Okay, we need to discount 50%, which means how much? Okay, approximately will be maximum can be gathered is 400 meg. Okay, will be gathered. This is the best one, you know. Even though they will worse than this 400 meg. Okay, so normally that's why we are saying that for the Wi-Fi 5, right, the maximum of the bandwidth, right, we can be gathered up to only 350. The better one, maybe sometime you can get 400 meg. So this is a theory. This is how we are going to calculate about the bandwidth for the wireless AP to the customer. Oh, okay, so if let's say if you have some what we say question, okay, you need to ask me, you are still not here, please welcome to drop your message in the meeting chat box. So after that I will accordingly to answer for you, right? Okay, and the next for more information, once we are going to how to calculate for the bandwidth for the this Wi-Fi bandwidth for the home Wi-Fi router, right? Secondly, for this EW1200, they do have some 5 dBi antenna. right? External antenna, but they do not build any of the amplifiers. This is a very important thing. Okay, and this, even though this is the entry level for the Wi-Fi 5, they're able to support the Reyee router apps, Reyee mesh, right? And the button for reset and mesh, right? They also can be applicable for this model. Okay, so the important thing for those the new for our this home Wi-Fi router, we come with the 3 years warranty, 1-to-1 replacement. Okay. All right, so next we are moved for another upgrade version for this Wi-Fi 5 series. Okay, our home Wi-Fi. So this is the model RGEW 1200G Pro. Okay, so what the features they have? How many antenna from here? Please tell me. How many antenna for this model? Overall is 6, right? Yes. But please take note, we do build in 4 FEM. What is this? Okay, I want to explain what is the FEM, right? FEM, easy for you to understand, is the amplifier. Okay, they do have a 4 amplifier chipset. Okay, what is the usage? Okay, for this what we say the amplifier chipset, right? They will getting to push up the antenna signal to cover more large area. Okay, approximately it can be covered 90 meters per square feet. All right. How about the concurrent user for these devices, right? Okay, recommended we also will be 32. Okay, please remember for it. And for this model, okay, it look like more elegant compared with the previous devices, but only have one LED indicator. Okay, where is this? Okay, a lot of people don't know this model, right? Where is the LED indicator? Actually, the LED indicator, they are hide under this cover. Okay, they are hide under this cover. You need to look for the side view. You're only able to find they have a one of the blue color. Okay, for the LED indicator. For this design for the unit, the Reyee mesh button, yes, they are supported. Okay, they also will be on the behind of the devices. Okay, they have a one small little black color button. Okay, this is a Reyee mesh button. And with this unit itself, they come with 4 GE port. So just now you already learned what is the FE, right? What is the GE? Okay, this is a question I'm going to ask you. What is the GE? GE is a gigaport. Okay, 1G port. Some people would like to call as a 1G port, 1 gig port, or they have a gigaport, right? This means they belong to the 1000 Mbps. Okay, 1000 Mbps port, right? So this come with the 4 port only. Okay, if you require more LAN port, okay, this model also not suitable for your customer, right? And they do have a 1 ISP port. Okay, this is a very important thing. All right, and this also support the 1 quick mesh and 3 cloud manage. Okay, this is one of the X number in Malaysia. There's a semi-D type house, right? So basically for the semi-D, you can see in front of the semi-D, they have a lot of space, can be parked about 4 car or 5 car, right? Basically for, you can see our this 1200G Pro, okay, model, right? 2 unit is sufficient to cover entire of the villa already. Okay, one is the upper floor, one is the lower floor, right? Why they're able to cover such of the big area, right? Because the amplifier. Okay, so this is a very important thing. And this is the sum of the picture. Okay, in the rear, this is the villa. They are using this only 2 unit to cover entire of the villa house. Okay. And more real case environment, we're going to show you, right? This is a home Wi-Fi router, but some of the user, right, they are trying to install in some budget hotel. Okay, this is one of the scenario in the Thailand. Okay, the budget hotel, even though they are using the home Wi-Fi router. Okay, so this is the only unique one of our this home Wi-Fi router, right? They come with the 2 hook. Okay, they come with the 2 hook. Okay, can be mountable. Okay, can be mountable in the ceiling, in the wall. Only applicable for this model. Other model do not have this special hook. Okay, hole. We can call it hole. Okay, so you need just need to place 2 screws here, and you are marked for this model, right? So another scenario you can see is this one of the cafe in Indonesia, right? They also, even though they are mount our this home Wi-Fi router in the wall as well. Okay, scenario. Right. So for our EW 1200 GS Pro, bear in mind, this is a Wi-Fi 5. Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask you, okay, based on this reading, 1300 Mbps, right? Okay. What is the maximum speed, okay, for the 5G? Can anyone to answer me? Now I have a test for you. What is the maximum throughput speed when the one of the mobile Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 5, they are connected to this 5G, right? They are unified applicable for 800 meg. How many meg? Okay, how many Mbps that can be get? Just now I already teach. Okay, so how many? Please tell me. 400 plus, yes. How about other? 433. Yes, this is the best in the real scenario, even though maybe you'll be lower a little bit. Okay, so we will give play safe. Okay, maybe your answer is a 300 plus until 400. Okay, normally we will answer like this question for the customer. Okay, thank you, Kes. Thank you, Lamis, for your question, for your answer. Right, and for this model, okay, they come with the 6 antenna with 6 dBi. Okay, this is the antenna 6 dBi. Cisco 800. No, Zhenliang, okay, you need to discount at least 50%, okay, for this value we are giving to you, right? Yeah, why we are mentioned here is the 867 here, right? I just give you some idea. Okay, let's say my mobile, this is my mobile, okay, my phone, all right. I'm connected the Wi-Fi to the AP, okay, home router. This is a home router, right? Okay, I'm connected to the home router. Definitely between the connection for your mobile to the home router is a X67. Okay, it's a X67. But we need to calculate all the A interference. Okay, we need to calculate all the A interference and then whether it's a clean, no other interruptions, right? So maybe you can get better and better. But for the real environment, real scenarios, you need to make some discount. Okay, this is what we are going to show you. All right. Okay, so for this model, yes, I'm going to highlight here. It's 3 years or so, and they do have the Reyee router apps, Reyee mesh. Okay, we are going to compare with the other. Some of them support mesh, some of them not support mesh. Okay, especially you can see C64, no mesh. C6, yes. Okay, so for TP-Link brand, normally they call one mesh. Okay, they are not called Reyee mesh. For our side, we call Reyee mesh. Okay, this is the tips I'm going to give you. Maybe you'll be asked in the exam. Okay, please remember for it. And let us to summarize for our Okay, next step, we are move for our this Wi-Fi 6 entry-level product. This is the model RGEW1800 GS Pro. How many of the antenna do they have? Anyone can tell me? How many of the antenna? 4. Yes, basically they come with 4 antenna, but they come with another 4 amplifier chipset. Okay, please take note here. Due to these 4 antenna, right, they do have some dB rating. Okay, we're going to show you later on. But for this model, right, wow, this one 5. They come with 5 1G port. Okay, 5 gigaport, right, which means they belong to 1 ISP and 4 LAN port. Okay, So this design for this unit, right, is quite elegant. So basically you can see they do have one LED indicator. Okay, this is the status light. Okay, they're going to show you what is the status for this equipment, right? Even those for Reyee mesh button, okay, for this unit design, they are trying to change, okay, the location from the behind, changing to on top of it. Okay, so this is the one of the button, okay, for the Reyee mesh button for this RGEW 1800 GS Pro. And this is basically this is a Wi-Fi 6 entry level. If you require some gaming high performance throughput of the home Wi-Fi router, don't go for this. Okay, this is just entry level for the Wi-Fi 6. And for this model, even though you can see the entire of this design, they can be have more coverage compared with our this EW 1200 G Pro, right? Even though for this concurrent terminal connections, we are recommended is a 64. Okay, you can be have a 64 the concurrent client connected to our this EW 1800 GS Pro. Okay. This is one another of a real case in the Malaysia. Is one of the lawyer firm, right? Basically, for this lawyer firm itself, they do have 2 units. Okay, they rent for 2 units of the office lot, right? Basically, you can see they are using our this EW 1800 G Pro model. Okay, to place in the here and here. All right. So for this is the solution. They are not using our this wireless mesh. Okay, they are not using Reyee wireless mesh. They are using the wire mesh. Okay, so our model for our this home Wi-Fi router, right? We are supported wireless. Okay, we also support wire mesh. Okay, we are support wire and wireless mesh. So either one of the mode you want to configure. So how about the wire mesh? Okay, technology, how we are going to configure wire mesh, right? I think some of you, maybe you also do know, okay, you are sell a lot of our this home Wi-Fi product. You do know we do have the wire mesh. Okay, for this model, for our this previous model Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6, we applicable for this wire mesh. Okay, even though we are talking about 0 configurations, how we are going to configure this wire mesh, right? So based on 0 configuration, you just need to connect the cable between the devices to the devices. The device will be going to mesh. That's all, right? So basically how we are going to connect, right? I just want to simple to tell you. Normally for this main unit of the Wi-Fi router, right? Normally for the WAN port, you connect to the ISP. Okay, this is connect to the ISP. And for the another 4 of the LAN port, right? You just need to connect for the LAN port, right? Direct connect for this model for the WAN ISP port again. Okay, so this is a WAN port, this is a LAN port. All right, you just need to connect by this way. These 2 units will be automatic wire mesh. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to open your mobiles, open the Ruijie cloud, Reyee router applications, or even though you don't need to open your laptop. You just connect the cable, it will automatically to mesh. Okay, become 2 in 1. Okay, in terms of that, the mesh of the beauty of the design, right? They will cover the roaming, better roaming, configuration, standardize everything, right? So you need to change one set of the configuration, everything will be changed. Okay, so this is a benefit advantage for our this wire mesh and wireless mesh. All right. So any questions so far? Okay, so for this model, this is the better gas. So we are going to equivalence compare with our this TP-Link AS20, AS23, and Tenda RS3. Okay, basically from here you can see we are the same. Okay, we are the same. So the next question, you know what I want to ask you, right? So for this model, when the devices, handphone, laptop connect to this 5G, what is the maximum throughput that can be go? Anyone can answer me? I need you to do a lot of mathematical calculation today. So what is the bandwidth I can get? I think some of you have been experienced about our this Wi-Fi 6 home Wi-Fi router, right? So do you try the speed test before? How much you can get? Yeah, approximately will be get 600. Okay, this is the maximum is better. Okay, 600. So if you want to more than 600, sorry about that. This model cannot be cooked up to 600. Maybe sometime you are lucky one, you can 600 plus 650 of this kind of the result. but not consistent. All right. So that's why we need to give some rating. Okay, the consistent throughput to the customer. We need to at least say that the maximum is 600. Maybe in the real environment, they only can be get 500 plus. Okay, this is how we are going to calculate. Okay, congratulations. A lot of people know how to calculate already. Because previously, a lot of people like to ask me, Aston, 2260 for the Wi-Fi 6, 1800 meg, how much the throughput they can get? Okay, I receive a lot of this kind of question. A lot, I think daily, I also can be receive this kind of question. So today I have a chance, I'm going to teach you how we are going to calculate this kind of the bandwidth throughput to the customers, right? So if the customers, they have purchased 800 meg, sorry about that, for your ISP 800 meg, you can be not up to speed test to get the 800 meg reading. All right, so you need to get another high-end model. So this model is only can be coded up to 600. All right, and for this model, they do have the 4 external antenna, and the special for this model, they have a lot of port. You can see generally overall they have a 5-port, 1 gig port, and the beauty design for this unit also 3 years warranty. Okay, also come with 3 years warranty, and they have a lifetime. Okay, can be using our this Reyee router application to do the monitoring notifications when the device go down. They will send the alert ringing your these applications or send email method to your email account, right? And this model, yes, they are support Reyee mesh, and they do have the one mesh button on top of the cover, right? Not on the behind. Okay, this will be asked by the exam. Please take note. All right. So for the Wi-Fi 6, why they're able to cope up the what we say high performance throughput, right? Because based on the technology. So what do the technology they do have, right? For the Wi-Fi 6, due to the OFDMA and 1024 QAM. Okay, if you have interested, you can go for Google to look for it. What is the OFDMA explanation? What is the 102 QAM explanation? Okay, this due to these two technology, right, can be upgrade the entire of the Wi-Fi 5 experience to the Wi-Fi 6. Okay, so this is our Wi-Fi 6 entry level model, and next we're going to introduce our this high performance, right, Wi-Fi 6 model. Normally this model is belong to the gaming model, okay, in the market, right? So how many antenna do this model have? Okay, anyone can answer? Can you count how many of the antenna? Wow, so fast you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yes, it's 8 antenna, right? So basically for this 8 antenna, right, we built in 8 amplifier. Wow. Okay, that's why we can say, we can declare this model is a gaming router, right? Why we also declare this model as a gaming router? Because they do using the 4x4 enterprise chipset. So for the Wi-Fi market, right, normally when we are talking about enterprise chipset, normally they will be going to very famous, okay, chipset company like the Broadcom. Okay, definitely for this unit, we are using Broadcom chipset. Okay, for this RGEW 3200 GS Pro. All right, and for this model, you can see they do have a 1G port. Okay, they do have a 1G port, and one is the ISP, another 4 is a LAN port, right? For this gaming router, they do have a 1 LED indicator to let you to know the system, whether it's alive or fail or anything, right? So when the light is steady, which means the light is steady, which means the system is already in the ready mode. Okay, if you see this light is blinking very fast, okay, which means they are on the restarting mode. Okay, they are on restarting mode, the LED will be blinking very fast, right? And for this model, they do have the Reyee mesh button. Okay, they do have a Reyee mesh button. You can simply click on this Reyee mesh. The other router will be automatic mesh already. All right, for the wireless mesh. Okay, again, when this light blinking, which means this router will be on the reset mode. Okay, reset mode. All right, please remember. Okay, this will become from your exam. Okay, it's the reset mode, right? And for this model, any question? Any question for this model? Okay, the maximum of the concurrent user can be connected approximately about 100, 90 or 100 of the concurrent user, you can go up to it. question. How come you are advertising that the actual throughput is 50% loss? Can you give a technical explanation? This actually you can go for Google. You easily can be Google study or Google the explanation. Why are we going to discount 50%? Because a lot of people don't know the theory. Because I don't want to talk very deep. Okay, what is the entire of the mechanism? How it work? I just give you some maybe my live calculations, right? How we can be calculate. Okay, for this kind of a bandwidth throughput. Okay, Ryan. All right. So the next I'm going to show you some video, okay, about our this Wi-Fi 6 model, okay, how the speed rate compare with the other. All right, so you can see our this model for our this gaming router. You can see the download speed and max upload speed, right? You can see we are more better than the brand's AS50. Okay, so this is one of our this due to the enterprise chipset and the 8-time antenna with 8 FEM amplifier, right? This is the result we can be achieved. Okay. Another next movie, I'm going to show you some signal strength about our this router, okay, compared with the other. Wow, can you see the message? It's been based on the reading, right? Our this home gaming router is a 50% stronger than the another router we are going to testing. Okay, so let's take a look with the result. Okay, just now based on this video, right? We are trying to get from the result. Okay, let me show you the result screen. Okay, this is the page I'm going to stop to make some explanation to you, right? So from the left-hand side is our home Wi-Fi router. Okay, this is gaming router. From the right-hand side is the TP-Link AX50, right? So we are using the same area, same location for the put in the same location for the router for both unit, and go for different place of the room using the two phone, right? Just now you can see one of the guy, one is the lady holding the phone, go each room by each room, right? How we are going to reading the signaling of this home Wi-Fi router, right? You see the dBm, okay? How we are going to know, how we are going to adjust the signaling from the router, right? We based on the dBm reading, okay? dBm reading is mean -27 is better than -29. Okay, if you're up to -75 or -81, right, it's the worst scenario case already. Okay, which means we are very far away from the router itself. When we are nearest the router, they will getting more better reading. Maybe it's a -27, 25 dBm. Okay, this is how we are going to reading the dBm reading based on the router signaling. Okay, these are some extra information for you to understand. Because some of you, maybe you are from the sales perspective or pre-sales perspective, you do not understand it. Mostly this only can be studied by pre-sales or post-sales only. All right, and the next, we're going to show you some real case about our this Wi-Fi 6 model. So this is one of the small restaurant in the Singapore called Waffle Can, right? Basically for this restaurant, they're also using the home Wi-Fi router. Okay, they are not going to the SMB level or enterprise level of the AP, right? So they are thinking this very high performance home Wi-Fi router can be covered for their area already. Okay, like this, they are dining guest area. Okay, they are just put one unit for cover the entire guest area, and they put one unit of the kitchen. Okay, because they also will be involved some what we say the post system of ordering system, right? When they are going to order the what you say the system will be send the order form, okay, to the kitchen, okay, to make the food, right? And the main of the router is here. Okay, this one of the office, okay, small office areas in their this restaurant. Okay, normally this main area is boss always sitting for this area, right? So they are using the wireless mesh, okay, for this 3 unit. Okay, in the Singapore one of the restaurant. All right, and this is a better class for our this gaming router compared with the TP Tenda model. Okay, AS55, AS72, RS9 Pro. All right, basically based on this again, I need you to do some calculation mathematics again, right? So what is the real throughput? Okay, that can be go for our home Wi-Fi gaming router. Anyone experienced before? Can you tell me the real throughput? Okay, so within, I think nowadays, I think the faster bandwidth for the home is about 1G. Okay, even though some of the very rich people have been getting for 2G, right? So at least for this model, they can cook up to 1,000 Mbps. Okay, this model can be cooked up to 1,000 Mbps for this download speed and upload speed, right? So even those can be more than that. Okay, can be more than that, right? And for this model, they can have 8 antenna. They come with 8 antenna and come with the 5 gigaport, right? 5 gigaport, and one is belong to internet and ISP. Another 4 is belong to the LAN port. Okay, so I think they have a question in the meeting chat box. So please question your put your question there. Later on, I will go to answer accordingly, right? And for this model, they also will be able to connect to our Reyee router apps, Reyee Mesh, right? It comes with the 3 years warranty. Okay, and then the next we're going to talk our this year new flagship, okay, model, right? So this M18 model and M32 model. Okay, so my question is, how many antenna do they have? Can you count the antenna for me? No antenna. How many antenna for M18 and M32? Anyone know? 1 antenna. 3 antenna. All right. 4, 8. Okay, let me to show you the answers. Okay, for this M18, okay, they come with 4 internal antenna. They do have the antenna. Okay, they are using the internal antennas built in this small unit, right? And they do have another 4 amplifiers, all right? And they come with only 3 1G port. Okay, which means if you require more LAN port, what you want to do? Okay, if the customer telling you, I want to buy this white color, wow, very elegant. So I want to have more LAN port. So what you want to recommend? Yes. Yes. If the customer saying that I want to buy this unit, 2 LAN port not enough, what I want to buy? To extend more port. Anyone? S-switch. Yes. Okay. The solution is to go for S-switch, right? S-switch, right? So to extend more port to the customer request, right? And I can see just now they have one question, right? It's from Dan. Okay. Will EW router support free DDNS from cloud? Yes, when it will be arrived. Basically for home Wi-Fi router, we do have the planning, okay, for the free DDNS from the cloud. I still cannot be commit when will be arrived, but for me, currently we are going to test the new cloud, okay, new interface in the Ruijie cloud for the browser view, right? They do support these features already, but I don't know whether we'll be going to publish in the May or not. All right, I still cannot be 100% to confirm to you. Okay, so never touched before. Okay. So this is one of the beauty design for this is they come with the Reyee mesh button. Okay, you can see one of the Reyee mesh button from here, and they do have the smart signal indicator. Wow, what is this? Okay, later on I will explain what is the smart signal indicator, right? And next we'll move on for our this another model first. So this is the model, is the M32. Wow, welcome, right? This come with the 8 amplifier, but they come with only 4 internal antenna. Okay, they also come with 4 internal antenna, but they do have the 8 amplifier, right? Giving you the 4x4 enterprise level chipset, Broadcom, and they come with the 5 port. Okay, for this model, they come with a 5 GE port, 1 ISP port, another 3 is a LAN port. For this unit, they also design, they do have the Reyee mesh button and smart signal indicator. Okay. And the next selling point for this unit, for our this M18 and M32, right? This is one of the TORI report. Okay, you can get from the TORI that has been tested from since the last year, October 2021. We are comparing with the TP-Link, okay, and Netgear, okay, Network IX40V2. Approximately, you can see, wow, between the testing, the mesh AP and standalone AP, right? Our result is better. Okay, our result is better the overall for the throughput, right? So they were going to test with the single client 2.4 radio. Okay, this is reported by the key site for the iShadow software, right? To do the some testing, okay, about the download and upload speed. Okay, and for this 5 GHz, as you can see, yep, we also better. Okay, we also better than them, right? So you can see this is the throughput or the average to test about the radio 5. Okay, this is only applicable for 80 megahertz bandwidth. Okay, not 160. All right. So this is the result. Okay, it's coming from our this TORI report. And second, for our this unit for the selling point, right? Even those for high performance, especially for this 2.4 radio, right? And you can see there can be coverage better. Okay, this is what we say the signaling coverage, okay, report, okay, from the TORI. They are trying to place our this unit, okay, to each of the location I mentioned here, and come up the result, okay, compare with the Deco model S60. Okay, you can see the red color is our product. Okay, and for the this what we say this is a blue, light blue color is belong to the TP-Link product result. Okay, even though you are compared 2.4G and 5G radio, yeah, we are better. Okay, and the second selling point, we are going to push very hard for our this Reyee mesh, right? We are compared with their TP-Link one-click mesh. Okay, so based on the TP one-click mesh, right? Normally they need to have a lot of steps, only can complete the entire of the mesh setup. But what is the step they were going to completely for setup, right? I just want to give you some idea. When you are never touch TP-Link for the one mesh setup, right? This is the required information you need to go through. Okay, you need to download the applications through the Play Store to the iOS Store, Huawei Market, right? After you download, you need to go for the process, open the applications, identity or this decor, right? Select your this bedroom scenario, and then the next you need to go for web and power on, go to the provisioning until the complete web. So overall for this entire step, right, we are better. We just need to have a one-click button, done. Okay, or no matter how many unit, about the maximum is a 6 unit, right? You can be covered for the mesh in the one time. Okay, so this one of the as number. Okay, let's say you have a 2 unit of the M32 model. So you just need to basically click one time, okay, for the master main unit. The other this site home Wi-Fi router, right, will be automatically linked up with the wireless mesh, okay, with all of our this main unit automatically. Okay, you don't need to open your laptop, no need to open your phone as well. All right, and the next I will going to show you the advantage for this smart signal indicator. Okay, I don't think whether TP-Link they do have the smart signal indicator for you or not. Okay, because currently we receive a lot of feedback saying that our customers, even those they are using the wireless mesh, they also feels very bad experience. Okay, because sometimes the scenario maybe will be caused by the location. You are not placing the right location. That's why we come with some smart signal indicator. Okay, the smart signal indicator able to tell you your current mesh devices connect to the main unit, right? How strong they are. Okay, so the maximum of the bar, which means it's a powerful. Okay, it's a great, very great, right? Top 3 bar, which means there's a in the good scenario. Okay, 2 bar, which means unstable scenario, and even those 1 bar, which means weak scenario, weak signal. That's why when you're facing weak signal or unstable signal, right, try to change another locations, right? Maybe you need to put this unit more near about the main unit, okay, for the location. Okay, so they have a question, right? Which means our this M18 and N32 is only mesh, is it? What do we mean only mesh? Can mesh with all Reyee home router? Yes, thank you, Ken, for answer this question. And number 4, okay, for our this selling point for our this home Wi-Fi router is we can using our cloud manage. Okay, you can using our cloud to manage all of our this home router. Okay, from here you can see, yes, they mix and match any of the model. Okay, you can see our this home Wi-Fi gaming router, they are matched with the 2 unit of the 32. This is the main unit. Okay, they are going to do the PPPoE configurations, DHCP or static IP address. All right. So the next, I'm going to show you some better cards about our RGM18. Okay, this is the better cards compared with the TP Deco S20 and S25. Right. So previously we received a lot of our VAD and sub-T mentioned, wow, your router, they have an antenna, nobody want. Okay, now we come with the no antenna home Wi-Fi router. Okay, I hope you can sell more. Okay, so the next I'm going to show the maximum throughput. Yes, this is a 1800 M. Okay, 1800 M can be a router. Yes. Can this also become a router? Yes, this can be a router, can be done the PPPoE data for the unified message time, right? And you also support mesh. Okay, you also support mesh as a secondary unit or third unit. And they come with 4 antenna. Again, they have a 1 Reyee mesh button and reset button. Okay, we are compared with the TP. Okay, we are compared with the TP, right? So what is the advantage? Mesh button. We have a mesh button, you can easily to mesh, right? Even though we have a smart signal indicator, okay, it will tell you which location is the best location you are going to place for the secondary unit or third unit. All right, and we do have the 4 internal antenna. If we are compared with them, they only have a 2 internal antenna. All right. Okay, now we are go for another last model for our this M32. Okay, for the Wi-Fi 6. Yes, this we're going to better equivalence for all this model S50, S60, and S68. Okay, normally based on here, you can see we are the medium range. Okay, for the maximum throughput 3200 max. But for Deco, yes, they can be up to 3600 max, especially for this model. Okay, but the pricing will be very highest. Okay, compared with our this M32. All right, and we come with the 4 internal antenna. And we do have the Reyee router application, mesh, and the button and reset button as well. All right. So this is our RGM32. From when? Okay. This new RGM series also need to set VLAN ID only able to online. Yes, you need to set the VLAN ID only able to online. Okay, basically I understand all of you have been selling our this home Wi-Fi router before. Some of you maybe you can using the pop-up browser, okay, to proceed the entire of the setup, right? Normally we will found that you cannot be set up the VLAN ID, right? So for this we're going to amend the firmware again, okay, because previously nobody to report this problem. Okay, go back to our this R&D. That's why recently we found a lot of this problem for all of our this family series. During the pop-up visit, they are unable to select this VLAN. Okay, so we are already reporting back. Okay, for this issue. Okay, very serious impact our this Malaysian market. So they were going to come out a new firmware. Okay, to fix this problem for all of you. All right. So let us to have one of the video to summarize all of our this Wi-Fi 6 product. All right, so before I going to show the demo to all of you, right? So I can see the people coming in is already increased 20 people, right? Already 51, right? For those just coming in, okay, please scan this QR code using your Reyee cloud application. Don't open your phone camera to scan, okay? For those you are new for Reyee, you are first time joining our workshop, right? For new AVAD, new sub-D, please download the Reyee Cloud, go for registration. After that, open your Reyee Cloud application. On top of the right-hand side, they have one of the scan QR code camera icon. Just click on the right-hand side and scan this QR code. Okay, we are going to assign exam for you by today. Okay, so I think tomorrow onward, you can starting to take your exam. I think the question is very less, about 15 questions, 15 only. So you need to make sure you pass the exam. So if no pass, we are going to follow up with you later on. Okay. So anyone still need me to hold this page for 1 minute? Please tell me in the meeting chat box. I will going to wait you for scan this QR code for today's exam. Okay. All the VAD and sub-D, sales and pre-sales, you are required to pass this exam. Okay, now I can see 44% have been scanned this QR code. Is it, I still want to wait for 1 minute or 2 minutes, or I can show at the end again, okay, for my presentation. All right. Finally, so I'm going to show some demo, okay, about our this Reyee mesh. Just now, what I mentioned, wow, one single button can be mesh everything, right? So is it real or not real? Okay, is it true or not true, right? So basically from here, I'm going to prepare 2 units, okay, for our this home Wi-Fi router. They have a EW1800 GS, and another one of this unit is a M32. Okay, I just want to show you how bigger the M32 compare with our EW1800 GS Pro, because some of you maybe not see this M32 before. All right, so I will going to show you the one-click mesh. Okay, how easily we can configure the main unit for the EW1800G Pro and the M32. All right, so basically from here, right, okay, we do have placed this 2 router. So everyone, you can see, recognize this 1800 GS Pro model. Okay, so they are currently connect with this cable with the internet, right? And then later on, I will using this M32, okay, to do the wireless mesh with the main unit. Okay, so the first of all, okay, I will going to show open my Reyee Cloud, okay, application. So for those you are new for our Reyee Cloud, right, this is our Reyee Cloud application. Please go for download it. And today I will going to using our this Reyee router to show the entire of the quick provisioning for you. Okay, So please take note. Okay, this is normally for the home user use. Okay, they are very simple setting. Everything will be built in for the Reyee router. But for SI installer, we are encouraged you to use the Ruijie cloud. Okay, now we are going to experience our this Reyee router applications. So this is one for my testing in my house area. Okay, currently I have a M32 and M18. I have been built up the mesh, right? So I will going to show you this is a very simple design for the end users. You can have a setting for changing the Wi-Fi password key and so on, right? So now we are going to add the new profile again because we do have the new unit for the environment. So I will going to add the network. Okay, make sure you power on for all the devices for the router. Okay, I have power on. I have a connect the internet line to my this router. Okay, and then I will go into next. The next they were going to ask you, right, to connect the router broadcast SSID. Just now, do you see I have a two router, right? So let me check whether they have a two SSID has been broadcast or not. Yes, this is a two SSID. Okay, now we are going to connect to the EW1800 GX to do the configuration. Okay, you just need to make sure you are connected and back again. Okay, once you back, right, they will automatic to detect it. Okay, the devices, right, to proceed the configuration. Okay, they will ask you whether you want to change the Wi-Fi name or not. Yes, I want to change. So you just need to define the name. Okay, like what is the name Reyee? Okay, you want to define, then you go for the password. Okay, you go set up for the password and save it. Okay. All right. So after you save it, right? So they were going to show. Okay, just now we are trying to create the Reyee, right? You can see the Reyee is here. Okay, already broadcasting, and just now the one of the unit disappear for the default SSID. Okay, so this is the step how we are going to configure crypt provisioning for our this main router. Even though if you are saying that you are want to PPPoE, yes, you can go for PPPoE first. All right. And then the next one, we have been set up our this main unit as a dial up for the internet. Okay, for the this ISP, right? The next, I will going to show you our this Reyee mesh. Okay, one mesh. How we are going to build up the Reyee mesh connection between the M32 for this. I just need to press one of the button for the main unit. Okay, take note here. Wow, starting. Okay, which means this unit starting to looking for the secondary unit to do the matching. Okay, you can see they are starting to do the matching. So this is the smart indicator they will design for our this M32. Even though for the outlook size is the size for this outlook, right, is not so bigger. Okay, this is a 1800. I hope everyone you have been see our this 1800 GS Pro. Right? This is our M32 size. Okay, but if you compare with the M18, they will even more smaller than this M32. Okay, M18 is smaller a little bit. Okay, compared with the M32, right? You can see they are starting to pairing. Okay, they are bringing, starting to pairing with this unit, right? So they were going to push the configuration. They were doing the what we say connection between this unit to this unit, right? So at the end, when they are successful to build up the mesh, right, they need to proceed about 3 minutes. Okay, 3 or 2 minutes. You need to wait, because based on this video, you can see we are starting from 1 minute, and then now the light become the steady light. Okay, which means we need to wait for this light become the steady light again. All right. So the next we will just need to wait a while, about 2 minutes. So you can see this is the 2-minute video. Wow, blue color. Okay, which means the light when they have a steady, which means they are wireless mesh successfully. Okay, and the indicator for here, which means because they are very near. Okay, that's why they are showing that the smart signal indicator full bar. Okay, so if let's say you have a two unit also M32, right? You can see 2 unit also full bar with the blue indicator as well. Okay, so this is one of our this quick provisioning with the Reyee mesh 1 button. Okay, don't miss out. Press the main unit 1 time. This no need to touch anything. No need to touch anything. Just make sure you open the box. Okay, open from box, put there, power on, and press the main unit you have been set up. They will automatic to link up. Okay, so any questions so far, right? If no question, so now we are go back. Just now we have go back the Reyee router to see, right, whether we have been successfully to create just now the 1800 primary unit with the M32 secondary unit. So this is the Reyee profile. Okay, just now we try to take a look. Yes, we have been done the configuration. All right, this is the main unit. We have been done. They're using the wireless mesh with the M32. Okay, even those for the scenario based, what we can do for you, right? You can open the guest Wi-Fi. Let's say the guest coming to your house, right? You just need to enable. They will valid for 12 hours. After 12 hours, the guest Wi-Fi will be turned off. It's very useful for the home scenario. All right. Even though you can do some parent control, balance, this kind of the configuration using our this Reyee application router, right? And you can change the setting for the Wi-Fi, right? And even though you can do the speed test optimization reboot for the router update. This is our Reyee router applications. Okay, it's a very suitable for our this end user use. Okay, any questions? If no questions, right, so far we will move on to another series of our this home Wi-Fi router, right? So let's welcome our this next series of our home Wi-Fi router. Okay, so this is the model is belong to RGEW1200R. Okay, basically, you can see, well, why we come out another one of the small router again. Okay, so from this router, actually, they do have the 2 external antenna and 2 amplifier. Okay, which means this model, the performance is quite similar with the EW1200, the white color, just now the entry level for the Wi-Fi 5, right? The entire of the coverage area, the performance signal, right, is quite same. Okay, but for this model, how we are going to sell out this model, right? A lot of people don't know how to sell out, right? So I just give you some ideas, some scenario to you, right? For this router itself, they do have the 1 LAN port, okay, 100 base, okay, 100 base LAN port and WAN port. This port can be WAN, can be LAN. Okay, let's say from your ISP, if you want to come in, okay, I want to very elegant for this entire of the design. I don't want to put on top of the table for the router. Yes, this unit can become as a router mode, which means your this ISP coming in, PPPoE, VLAN tagging, or DHCP, static IP, yes, will do. Right? This can be a router mode. And even those for this model, they do have the Reyee mesh button. Okay, you can easily to mesh with the other of the unit. Okay, for our this home Wi-Fi router series as well, right? And they also come with smart signal indicator. Okay, smart signal indicator. And the beauty of this design, right? Some of the scenario, maybe you want to do some extension, especially for some house area, right? There has been done all the renovations, and there's some need to has the extend some Wi-Fi for some blind spot area, right? This unit is very suitable, can be easily to place. Okay, you just need to plug on the wall. You don't need to look for some, what you say, cable, okay, to put our router, right? Let's say you have an M32, you want to buy another M32, you need to look for some cable put on top of the table, right? So for this model, you can easily to look plug into any of the wall plug, so they will be stick on the plug, wall plug already. So you don't need to look for the table. Another one of the scenario, right? Maybe is an extension. For the LAN cable, right? Like the customer saying that suddenly I buy one of the photoset machine. I need to place for the place, right? But the place does not have any LAN port. Okay, has been designed, okay, for before the renovations, right? That's why for this scenario, you also can be recommend this model and provide the LAN cable, okay, for the photoset machine. Any of the require of equipment need to have a LAN cable, right? Or CC camera, you can easily to extend with this RGEW1200R. Okay. And they do have a question here, right? From Chin, M18 and 32, when will be launched, can be placed order. Yes, we already launched, can be placed the order. I think they have some promotion, okay, for this model. Okay, they have a promotion with this model. You can check with Hans. Okay, you can check with Hans if you are interested, you want to place the order. Please look for Hans. Okay, Chin. Right, for those if you're interested, currently they do have a promotion for our M32 and M18 for the new product, so you can place order to get the promotion as well. All right, and they do have another question saying that EW 1800 equivalence with M18 coverage, EW 3200 equivalence to M32 coverage. Yes, this is a good question, right? Just now I just waiting off you asking me this question. Okay, previously I also asked the same question to our R&D before. Okay, apparently, right, the answers I'm getting from them, right? Yes, the M18 and M32, the performance for the signal coverage, not performance, the signal coverage will be a little bit lower, okay, compared with the external antenna. Okay. this what we say TP-Link market, right? And the next I will going to show you another of one advantage for our this Reyee selling point. For this Reyee itself, they are not only support router mode, okay, they also support Reyee mesh, WPS mode, or repeater mode. Which means if you have some inquiry from your customer saying that I want to repeat some Wi-Fi, it's not Ruijie brand. Is it whether we can be achievable or not? Okay, for this kind of the scenario, right? Yes, for this model, actually we are support multi of the mode. Okay, I think this model is the most one. It's the most powerful. We are compared with the M32 EW3200 GS Pro, right? And due to this model, right, they come with a lot of connections. Okay, multi of the mode you can be going to select like Reyee mesh, WPS mode, repeater mode. But something information I need you to more understanding, okay? Because when the customer saying that I want to connect the repeater mode, okay, so what will be effect? Okay, what scenario is they were going to have giving them the best experience, okay, usage, right? This is very important. Like the seamless roaming, okay. When you do have the Reyee mesh with our product family, okay, so yes, you can get any of the seamless roaming. Okay, roaming which means when you are moving from the location ground floor moving to the first floor, right? They were going to handling the traffic very smooth without any of the interruption or disconnect problem. But with the WPS mode or repeater mode, right? Even though when you are moving from the ground floor to the first floor or second floor, right? They need to cover by the different of the wireless router, right? They will going to disconnect, or even those they will going to roaming field, right? So that's why we are more on encourage the customer when you are going to purchase our home Wi-Fi router, trying to use our family series, okay? Because we are giving you the 100% of the seamless roaming of the features, even though the configuration wise will be more better, easy for you, okay? So this is the step how we are going to configure the wireless repeater. Okay, when you are going to connect with the default of the SSID wireless name for this EW1200R, they will prompt out these pages. So you just need to go process for these wizards for configure the wireless repeater mode. Okay, so once you have been go to a wireless repeater mode, they will show you all the surrounding, okay, available wireless name. Okay, you just need to connect and they will do some extension. Okay, so they have a few questions. They're from Ryan's. Can EW1200R connect to the 2.4G signal of the Wi-Fi 4 router? Yes. When you are going to do some wireless repeater, right? Definitely you can select whether I want to connect 5G or 2.4G. Okay, as a repeater mode. All right. Okay, so next we'll move for the battle cards. This is our rabbit battle card. For this, will be equivalence for all this TP-Link model and Tenta model. Okay, so the beauty design, yes, the outlook for this model is very nice compared with the other. Even though the mode we are supporting, we are the most one. Okay, router mode, WPS mode, WISP mode, AP mode, repeater mode. Yes, we are support multi of the mode for the connections, right? And for this model, okay, especially we also built in 2 amplifier. Bear in mind, okay, we do have extra 2 amplifier chipset compared with the other. Okay, that's why we can be coverage large area compared with other as well. Okay, and this comes with the 3 years warranty again. Okay, for our entire of the family series, we come with 3 years warranty. And the next model, I think this field model is not applicable for Malaysia and Singapore market. But Nepal market, yes, they are normally will be going to have this what we say EW300R model, and for this model they do have the 2 antenna as well. They come with 2 amplifiers. Okay, so a little bit slightly different is they do have the button on top of it and bottom part. Okay, they have a 2 button. Okay, so basically for the upper part of the button, they can be done with the WPS button. Okay, for this model, they cannot be do Reyee mesh. Okay, they cannot support Reyee mesh for this model. Okay, they only can be applicable for WPS mode or repeater mode, right? And for the bottom part of the button is the LED. Okay, we can turn off the LED. turn off the LED indicator. We can this is a reset button as well. Okay, but for Rabbit, just now I introduced to you, right? The Rabbit button for the upper side, right, can be have a Reyee mesh, can be have a reset button. Okay, how we are going to reset this Rabbit and this EW300R, right? For Rabbit, you just need to press on top of the button more than 5 seconds. They will go into factory reset. For this EW300R, right, you require to press this bottom button. Okay, for 5 seconds, they will go through the reset, factory reset mode, right? Okay, and they do have the one of the LAN port here. Okay, belong to the 100 base. Okay, for this LAN port, and this I think this is very cost effective. Okay, because it's only support for 2.4G, 5G is not supported. Okay, so this is a better card for this model EW300R compared with the TP-Link and Tenta. Okay, so that's why you cannot see any of the 5G. Okay, for this specification, only 292 300 meg. That's all. Okay, and then the next this I think this is the model we are going to have a core Wi-Fi 4 product as well. RGEW300 Pro. For this model is a hot selling in the Vietnam market. Okay, so this is another of the even those better pricings. Okay, compared with the one EW1200 okay model, right? By this they do have the 4 antenna. Okay, 4 external antenna. And they do have overall have a 4 LAN port, okay, 100 base LAN port, 1 ISP, 3 LAN, and this they do have the amplifier, okay, 2 amplifier chipset and the LED indicator, all right. And this is a lifetime free cloud as well. This can be controlled by the cloud. All the equipment I recommend by today can be connected to our Ruijie cloud. Okay, so this is a selling point for our this Wi-Fi 4 model. And Wi-Fi 4 model actually there can be have only one of the this what we say FEM, right? So this is a video I think we'll be going to show you what the speed rate, okay, compare with the other group. Okay, so the reading, you can see we are the better compared with the other brand of the X42N model, right? So secondly, okay, for this, we are giving you the selling points, lifetime free cloud management for our this mobile. Even though you can see our entry level for the Wi-Fi 4, we also available support for the Ruijie cloud. Okay, you can done any of the remotely, anytime, anyway. Okay, and number 3 advantage for this model, they also support the WISP and the repeater mode. Okay, so just now you can see just now the Rabbit side also have mentioned their support WISP and repeater mode, right? So all of you, I think you're very understanding what is a repeater mode, but what is the WISP mode? Okay, I think for some of the country like Indonesia, right, they have a lot of 3 tier of the ISP partner, right? They are trying to build the what we say the wireless, okay, become a internet service provider. So this WISP mode normally will be applicable from this kind of the country. They like to build up the outdoor AP, right? After that, they are selling their package, okay, individually. You just need to buy one of the router to connect to the WISP outdoor AP. They will do to provide the internet to your computer and other of the gadget devices. Okay, this that's why this is one of the mode of the WISP we are supported for this model. And even though Rabbit, yes, Rabbit also can be support the WISP mode. Okay, and for those you are still not understanding what is the repeater mode, right? So this is a repeater mode. Okay, so when we are required for extend some wireless from other brand of the main router, right? Like TP, like Tenda, this kind of the brand, right? You can change the repeater mode, right? In case they can connect 2.4 or 5G radius, okay, from the other brand of the player router as well. Okay. All right. So for this model, actually, you can see this kindergarten from the Vietnam, one of the school, even though they are using this model. And this model, they also come with the 2 hole on the behind. You can easily to mix 2 screw to mount this model to provide this internet, wireless internet to the kindergarten environment. All right. And then this is the battery card for the EW300 Pro, and you can see they are only applicable for 2.4G, and the antenna is stronger. Okay, they come with the 4 antenna, 5 dBi compared with the Rabbit. Okay, the most important thing, yeah, free cloud, 3 years warranty. Okay, so this is our today for our entire product family router. This is all the summary about our this special stream and maximum throughput for each of the range of the router, and even those for the coverage and concurrent recommended users we have been listed down here. So so this is what we are going to show you today, right? And the next is this is the extender. We have been go through just now one by one. Okay, for the Rabbit until the EW300R for the family series. Okay, and the last page, this today the intention, we are going to show you how to sell our Reyee Home WiFi router. Okay, with 3 sentences. Okay, the first, signaling, our strong signal. We do have our own this FEM. Okay, built-in this signaling amplifier chipset. And with the simplify your life with the Reyee mesh technology with the 1-click and cloud manageable using our phone by our this Ruijie cloud applications, Reyee router applications, anytime, anyway, to saving your time, saving your cost. Okay, do they have some FAQ here, right? They do have some FAQ here. So for the first FAQ is that a lot of people will be going to ask you, does all the Reyee Home WiFi is it support Reyee mesh or not? Yes, the answer is yes. All of our this model is support Reyee mesh except for these 2 model. Okay, because these 2 model they do not have 5 GHz band. Okay, no 5G, 5 GHz band. That's why they cannot be work with the Reyee mesh. All right. For the second question, can EW series support Reyee mesh with other vendor? No, EW only support Reyee mesh with the EW series. If you're saying that repeater mode, yes, can be done with the repeater mode. And the last question, how many of the router can be used in the Reyee mesh? Okay, so 1 unit can be support up to 5 units. Total NR is a 6 unit. Okay, for the wireless mesh, right? But for wire mesh, no limit. Okay, no limit for wire mesh. Please take note. Okay, I think I have been answered some question in the meeting chat box, right, Anil? Okay. So that's all for my today. Thank you very much. Thank you. If you still have any questions, please step back to ask me later on. Right. I hope today you were able to enjoy. And again, right, for those just coming in, okay, for VAD and sub-D, you are required to participate to